Hi, Gavanen Melonin, and well met indeed. I'm Arakir Galadirthan, head of the modding team behind Divide and Conquer, or Third Age, Divide and Conquer. But welcome back, as we continue on with Belegar Ironhammer. That's right, everyone. Carrick 8 Peaks has fallen into our control. Erebor is back. The lonely mountain stands under the control of the Dwarfs once more, and there it is. And you will note that there was a minor graphical campaign change just as we took it. Or will you notice that, actually? Because I don't think we saw it before I took it. Because I cut all of that boring sieging bit out, didn't I? But anyway, when you arrive at Carrick 8 Peaks, this whole area is littered with orcish iconography and paraphernalia. And as soon as you take it, it is all wiped out. Which is pretty cool, isn't it? Still, I'm pretty disappointed, though, that there aren't actually 8 peaks. And you feel like they could have just made, I don't know, some sort of bespoke mountain model that had 8 peaks. Yeah, there are 4 of them over there. And are we then to count these 4 as, are they all one and the same? Someone with more lore knowledge, let me know. Or is it supposed to be built directly underneath 8 actual peaks? But anyway, Erebor/Carrick 8 Peaks is back in our hands. Our mighty army, which I must confess is being made all the mightier because of this Regiment of Renown system, which means that at the moment, any one of my heroes has a 12 bonus melee attack, a 20% greater weapon damage, a 15 plus bonus versus large, and a 12 melee defense, which is just absolutely outrageous. Now, if you are not really sure what these are, I'm going to bore some of you with what these do. So, you'll note melee attack, weapon strength, and melee defense. These are slightly different from Med 2. And in essence, the melee attack and the melee defense, this is an absolute bare bones description of how they work. Like, this is real simplification. The melee attack and the melee defense are decide whether or not the unit will actually do damage. So if a unit has a very, very low melee defense and another unit has a very, very high melee attack, then that unit is going to do more damage. And then once the melee attack and melee defense section has been worked out, the weapon strength then applies. So a very, very high weapon strength is very good, but a very high weapon strength with a very low melee attack is a very bad lineup. The melee attack needs to outclass the defense of the unit you are attacking. That's generally how it works. Leadership is the same as it always was. It's morale. Speed is obviously speed. Charge bonus is unchanged. And armor works in the same way as well. I believe, now this is where my knowledge does run dry, I believe armor is its wholly own stat. So it's not a part of the melee defense. It's a part of the wider calculation of how does a unit damage another unit. But armor is calculated separately, and units need to break through the armor before they can start doing damage as well. So it's a bit more of a complicated system now, but it is very straightforward to... Like, from your point of view, all you need to do is see, does the unit have a melee attack that is higher than the melee defense of the unit it is attacking? And if it does, then you're golden. And then the weapon strength will then decide how much damage they're actually going to do. So someone like Belegar, for example, has a weapon strength of nearly 500 and a melee attack of 76. But if we take this gentleman, Hack Core Lobber, his melee defense is only 46, so Belegar, with his melee attack of 76, is going to be doing a lot of damage to that fellow if they meet in battle. But that's something that I note lots of people probably haven't come across if you are new to Warhammer, and I'm trying to make this Warhammer playthrough a little bit more informational. But we've spent 3 minutes moving nowhere. So Belegar and his army is here in Beliar's Sorrow. We now have the dauntless task of taking down quite possibly the largest orc clan, because I don't know where Grimgor is, and this isn't Grimgor's actual faction, is it? Or no, it must be, because it's called Grimgor's Hard Boys. So that is almost certainly our chief adversary. Mute the phone there. So we need to clear the Badlands, which is this vast area, as you can see, east and western. This whole area needs to be cleared. We need to save the world from the orcs. So we've now got a bit of a slogfest against the orcs. But starting us off will be to unite this region, the eastern Badlands. And to do that, we need to head south and take Dringorakaz and Crooked Fang Fort, which is where Belegar's army will go. Now, he's just training another unit, so that guy might attack us, and we'll see where we get on there. Once we've got a little bit more money, though, we will build another army back at home and start assisting the border princes and the Golden Order, as they're called. I always know them as Balthazar Gelt, but that's their leader, not their name. And we shall move against the undead threat. We must support humanity in their strive for survival. And also, of course, we've got Karak Asgaraz, which, to be honest, I would give away, but then a Skaven nation will get it. So we'll hold it as long as we possibly can until we can do something about it. But we don't want it to fall into the Skaven hands, because then that's just another threat knocking on the doors behind the Reichland. Reichsguard Knights. But for now, I believe we shall end the turn. I am thoroughly looking forward to playing Warhammer. I apologise that it has been over a week and a bit since we last played Warhammer. Last weekend, as I've mentioned before, was a 4-day weekend here in England, and I took that time essentially off, which knocked all of the playthroughs back a bit. So we all suffered for that. Oh, we do have a banner. Many of you mentioned the banner. I don't pay attention much to the banners, no, but this little banner will allow me to improve a unit of my choice. Rune of Courage. It gives a 33-second buff and immune to psychology, which means they can't... doesn't psychology cover fear and terror and all of that? So isn't immune to psychology the highest possible? Oh yeah, look, it tells you underneath. It can't be struck down with fear and terror attacks, which aren't really too much of an issue against orcs. That's more pertinent for the undead, to be honest. And we don't have a standout unit that could use it. So, I mean, we'll chuck it on someone, but it doesn't really matter who. There you go, you have it. Job's a good one. Right. These foolish orcs think they can actually take the day. It never ceases to amaze me, the courage, or would one call it the foolhardy waywardness of orcs. They come and stand before our halls when we've defeated some of their mightiest combatants and taken back our true home, and then these foolish, weak-willed nothings come before us, thinking that they can do what others have failed to do time and time and time again. But annoyingly, we didn't get our Ballaster in, which is disappointing, because the Ragnarok Queen would be... we could take her out with a Ballaster. But we've got a lovely little hill over here, overlooking the main street. It's a prime position for a home, perfect family-related location, access to vast wilderness, a large garden behind. Who wouldn't want to live in a place like this? We certainly would. So, let us stand atop the hill. Hills don't have as much of a benefit as they do in Med 2. I know if you're coming to this game from basically any other Total War, then hills are your safety. You'll look upon a hill and think, ah, brilliant. We might be able to turn what was otherwise going to be a loss into a fantastic win because we've got this wonderful little hill. But if memory serves, hills in general in Warhammer 2 are not as useful as they were in Med 2. I believe they increase the range of your units, and that is it. Or no, actually, is Warhammer the other way round? It might increase the attack of your units, but not the range. I can't quite remember which. But the chief purpose of hills nowadays is to allow your artillery to fire over your lines. There is little use beyond them. Beyond that. Right, we're moving much of the army forward there. You're going to come and protect that flank. Nice wide line. You're going to protect that flank. And you're going to protect that flank. Your purpose today is to die. We got these four fine fellows who are all going to run out and get involved. Oh dear, that thing throws back at us. Alright, the Ragnarok comes. Can you all target it yet? Yes, we can. There we have it. Bring that down. And what are our other options? Restores a lot of health to a single unit. Well, that one causes minor magical damage. Let's hit it with that. We shouldn't really use the grudge throwers to target the Ragnarok, to be honest. It's they're an anti-infantry, not an anti-large. But I'd just like that thing killed off. So if we can get that done, that would be good. Right, you're going to have to come around here and assist. Now that unit's run right past you. Come on, guys. Where's Belegar? Getting stuck in over there. Well done, sir. Turn around and shoot that. Oh, bugger, bugger, bugger. Get in there, get in there, get in there. Go on. Stop them. Don't let them hit the grudge throwers. He's made it to those ones. Oh, he can slow them down, can't he? Perfect. Oh, the snotling pump wagons are giving us grief. Who are we targeting, grudge throwers? Let's go for the archers. Give them a volley. Miners! Quarrelers, pull yourselves back there. We need to take down the snotling pump wagons before they cause disarray and dissent amongst our ranks. You are best placed to deal with them. Do so. Do so quickly. Hit them. No, we want to save that for a hero unit. 3,960 HP. That's a lot of health. That's a whole heap of health right back at you. Can you target them as well, actually? Oh, yeah, that's what we're losing units to. Oh, wow, we outnumber them massively. Dear, oh dear. Now we are ready. We stand before the Greentide. The swamp things are coming in. Let's have a look at those. Oh, they look grim, aren't they? Looking like, remarkably like something out of The Witcher. Which, of course, is not entirely on my brain. And I'm not going to rush off and play that as soon as I've live streamed today. I recorded this just before the live stream went out. I woke rather early and thought, oh, let's get that, and let's get a Belegar recording in. Oh, we've still got those savage orc boy biggins causing disarray amongst our backline. No, come back. We'll send you both together. You over there as well. Nothing! No, I won't say it. I say it in basically every episode. Pick those siege machines back up. We have not protected our grudge throwers. This has been a lesson. Not one that we will learn from. It's been a lesson, but we shall ignore it, I have no doubt. Kill whatever you will. Speed her up. Oh, that thing's going to make it out. You can do it, boys. You can do it. Come on. Where's the rune guy? He's too far away. Nah, it's over. End it. Despite being a lumbering piece of rock, it's still faster than our dwarven heroes. Nothing stands taller than the might of the dwarves, but everything runs faster than the might of the dwarf. Slow and steady often does win the race, but not always. Most of those parables are not really parables, are they? That's a religious thing specifically, but most of those little handy life hints, like slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady does not win the race. What kind of race have you been running where slow and steady wins it? Speed wins races. Hence, that's why they're called races. The fastest one wins. Moronic, if you ask me. Anyway, we could take the money. We could kill them. Let's take the money. What the hell? We are in need of monies at the moment. Oh, we are massively outclassed by Grimgor's Art Boys. They have more forces than us, but we have greater strength in our bones. And soon we should be able to call upon some more elite units of the dwarves, actually. Oh, and they're back. Yeah, sod off. Kill them all. We can't do anything with Karak Asgaraz, sadly. Right, Belegar, how do we get on? Oh, you lost a unit somewhere. Oh, and you guys are still improving. Go on then, have that one. Throny Iron Bow. What would you like to do? You have completed basically everything. Am I reading that correct? Yes. So Resolute's really all we've got less, or Relentless. Or we can turn you into a useful person. No, let's go with Relentless. King Lorn. Ah, you're the one who has Assassinate. That's what we are interested in. Halkenhaf. Alright, yeah, let's turn some of you into actual agents so we can get rid of things like this waste of space right here. The Shambling Grab Order. Look at that nose. Blimey, O'Reilly. You'll have someone's eye out with that thing. It's a shame that you can't kill them in the way that you could kill agents in Medieval 2 by surrounding them with units and then standing on them. All things considered, a fantastic victory. Let's just nip out and finish him off, shall we? Toodle pip, old bean. You fought well. You didn't fight well. You fought absolutely terribly. But you shall be remembered as a simple and easy cleansing.
Ironhammer.
Belegar himself improves. Let us continue to improve our ranged strength. And King Lun. Do we want to also make you... I think so. Yeah, let's try and make them both into usable assassins now. And we can train another unit. Oh, goodness gracious. We've got actual choices. We've got real choices. Oh, yes, oh, yes, oh, yes, oh, yes. Alrighty. Alright, we've just trained that bolt thrower, but get rid of that. And we'll take 2 cannons, I think. So we've got some siege coming in there. And... Rangers, you've served me wonderfully well, but I'm never gonna get you back home, so expand those for now. Take some thunderers. Alright, we'll take that for now, and then on the next turn we'll see what we can do. We don't want to overburden our recruitment options because another orc army might appear out of nowhere, so even holding them there for 2 turns might be a few too many. But it's time to improve. It is time to improve. All of our grudges are satisfied. We got you on side, didn't we? Yes, we're firm friends, aren't we? Yes, we are. Nice. Are we firm friends with all the other dwarves? Yes, everyone pretty much likes us. It's Norn that we want on side, though.
Come, kin.
Oh, they've accepted. Nice. That's getting them even happier.
Yes?
Yes?
The Empire.
The Empire! Slayer and Border Princes, we're now firm friends. It's a shame we can't really trade with anyone, though, because of our stupid capital. And if you are wondering, no, we are not able to move our capital. So even though we've taken Carrick 8 Peaks, this great central location in the myth, in the heart of dwarven thought and what they are all striving for, despite having taken 8 Peaks, we can't make it our capital without first losing this capital, which is a joke. But what we definitely need to do is resolve this corruption. Ah, Sartosa fell! Yes! Well, not really yes, because I wanted it myself. Oh, Spain, what are you up to?
Greetings, stranger.
Ah, they just can't help but feel colonial, can they? Ugh, Jesus, bloody colonials. Being British, of course, I know nothing about colonialism. They've taken Sartosa, so we don't even have that as a waiting point, as a far off. Are we on the Untainted at the moment? Yeah, let's stick on that. Although we could... No, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll wait until we can upgrade those walls, which is one more turn. And then we'll train an army over here and start getting involved here. Oh, look, the bloody orcs are coming in from our east. So we do need to get involved here. We also could do with trying to make peace with the Wood Elves. I'm not sure why the Wood Elves hate me. I think Wood Elves just hate everyone who isn't a Wood Elf. And even then, they even hate other Wood Elves. So they just hate everyone. We have fallen foul of that curse. Oh, here's another army. Yeah, see, they can pop up out of nowhere like rats. The actual rat faction hasn't really bothered us much, but these greenskins, they try out our patience. You've stolen some technology from us. Carrick Easel, there we are. You can build your higher walls. And can you get me a general? Yes, you can. We could get Greentide, who has 20% speed, and... this unit ignores speed and combat penalties caused by terrain and can move through trees. Everyone else looks at trees and thinks, God, there's no way getting through that. Couldn't possibly imagine walking between the branches or between the trees themselves. No, no, no. So our options are a Lord or a Rune Lord. Lords, I should imagine, are like Belegar. They're just monstrous melee combatants. And Rune Lords, of course, have the runes. But I haven't found runes to be all that useful, to be honest. So I think I'm going to go for a Lord rather than a Rune Lord. Ward save, enemy hero action success chances down, speed and stride. Let's go with Ulrich Zufbaden, because that's a cool name. Welcome, Ulrich. Route marcher straight away. A yes, please. And we can give us Oath Gold. Leadership aura size, vigor loss, leadership during sieges, leadership in general. Make him better, make his aura better. Pure beard. Oh, yeah, let's get Untainted. Yes, please. And Mason as well, if you're going to be standing around down here. Sod it, let's get both of those. He's going to be primarily a defensive hero, so let's pop him on defensive mode and leave him to it. We can get Longbeards. Longbeards are an almost direct upgrade of Dwarf Warriors. Both are armoured and shielded, both get charge defense against large foes, and Longbeards, as you note, are old grumblers, which means respected for their great age, superior courage, and the length of their facial hair. Longbeards have an encouraging effect on their allies' leadership should the Lord be absent. So they improve the morale of surrounding units if to convert that to a med 2-1. But otherwise, as you can see there, so we've got the Longbeard pinned. The Dwarf Warrior is worse in all aspects, except they are slightly faster and they have a slightly higher charge bonus, but it is just not worth it. For the extra 70 gold coins, Longbeards are the way forward, and we'll train a couple of those. And over here isn't as suited to training, unfortunately, as our Carrack 8 Peaks is. But speaking of 8 Peaks, I think we might have to abandon the training of... What's your garrison like, actually? Oh, no, it's bloody massive. No, we won't have to abandon anything yet. You could still technology block up. Oh, you can block army. Let's improve your range again. I don't really want that many heroes in a single army now, if I'm honest. We've done what we need to do, and I just don't think it's worthwhile having them all there. I'd like to send a couple of them back. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I might swap them out for units now. We'll keep the Master Engineer. I'm thinking of sending the Runesmith and one Thane back. I'm going to do that. I am going to do that. Yeah. Well, we should probably defeat that army first, shouldn't we? We've got a turn. If we're going to be waiting... No, I'm going to... It's risky, but I'm going to do it. They're going home. So that we've got 2 heroes on both armies. And then with those 2 extra spaces that you've just received... no, then we will stop the recruitment over here. Sorry, old chaps. More important places to train units than yourselves there. And we can train only 2. We've got 1,700 though, so we can get what we need. So we're getting cannons. We've got 2 thunderers. We could do with better line infantry. And quarrelers with great weapons. They make for good line infantry. Let's have a look at the comparison of these two. So Dwarf with great weapons are armoured and armour piercing, but they lose their charge defence. So they're an aggressive version of Dwarf Warriors in essence. Slightly more expensive for it. We could train some of these. Oh, they do only take a turn. Oh, so we can get one of them. But it costs us an arm and a leg. So if we get one of them and one of them for now, that'll take a turn. Yeah, there we are. And then we'll move on this fellow here. Scragger Bogroth. What a name. Alright, it may be a poor decision sending the 2 lords home, but after a while you just think having 5 individual lords in a single army is just a touch overkill. Many of them don't even get involved. I'd rather swap them out for a unit that might do more killing. Right, where are you going, our boys? They've come for us. Before our units could train. That's right, it's a pathetic army. So Orc Biggins, you can note there they have 50 armour, which is sizable. Compared to the 15 that Night Goblin Archers have. But we've now got some Thunderers who have armour-piercing missiles. And you'll note that this is massively in our favour, so I'm actually not going to fight it. We lost basically no one. And they didn't go for 8 peaks, which is good. But I don't know which way is best to move against the Yard Boys. I think it's best to go east and south rather than west. Because in the mountains we can also use the underpasses. Well, obviously we can use the underpasses out here as well, but there's incentive more to use them in the mountains, I think. Oh, public order is down and growth is down everywhere. Oh, it's Zaraxil, sorry. Got another Cooper. A Dwarf Bride. Income from all buildings 9%. Oh, we know who wants that. We know who wants that. How hard/easy is it for you to get home? Because without the assistance of a lord, you don't have the underweight by the looks of it. Alrighty. Do we want to bother with any of these? Oh, it gives a big charge bonus. Yeah, go on. Oath of Reclamation, what the hell? King Lun, you can continue to be an assassin if you would. How do you think you'll get on against this lady over here? What's the chance? Oh, massive chance. Yeah, go on. Give her a kill. Yes. Oh, we got some quests. Well done, Lan. And then you can make assassination even better. Yes. Nice. So pop back into Belegar's army. And that'll do that. Now, with that money that we've just made, I would like to keep improving our forces, to be honest. So, get rid of those 2... No, that's silly. That's silly. Get rid of the 2 Dwarf Warriors that have nothing. And pop in 2 more Longbeards there. And I would like more Thunderers. I don't want to completely change the Quarrelers for Thunderers, but I think 4 Thunderers would be a good shout.
Belegar.
There we are, and then he's coming back. Yeah, that should be relatively good, shouldn't it? That should solve many of our woes. Of course, what we really want, the unit that we are really truly after, if we go to the building browser, comes from the top line. Oh no, where do they come from actually? Once I find them, I'll point them out to you. It's not the Thunderers. Iron Breakers, there it is. They come from the Hall of Oaths. Those are the ones that we want. They are monsters of war. We've used them a couple of times in some of our siege defences, as you've seen. And they are fantastic units. Absolutely outrageous in battle. And they are our key to victory. As soon as we can, though, we will move south and hit these. How far south does their realm extend? Pretty far south. And we don't know what's going on east either. Karazakarak, though, are doing fantastically well, so we can always rely on their support. And, oh, look, someone has ruined Matorka. It's fallen into an abyss. It's fallen into an abyss. Right, you can now trade the units that we were getting from you. And we got those lords coming home. By his will, it will be done. We can get a rough idea of how far their land extends. By clicking on any region that you can see, it will then tell you what the entire province's ownership pattern looks like. So, Black Iron Mine and Karak Azul. At the moment, we know both of those are held by Grimgor's Ardboys, for the symbol of Grimgor stands beside the name of the town. But by clicking on those towns, it will tell us who owns the other 2 regions as well, even though we don't have sight range. A minor bug, I suppose, but not really enough to be fixed. I don't know where we're getting all this vampiric corruption from. Or war fervor, but we have to pay for it, or risk his wrath. Let's risk his wrath. I don't really want to pay 1,500 for little to nothing. Alright, the army stands ready. And we're paying through the bloody nose for it as well. Begin our movement on Crooked Fang Fort. So who does own the other 2 then? Ah, so the last one is Spike Peak, wherever that is, and it is held by Grimgor's Ardboys. I should imagine, though, that this is the Southern World's Edge Mountains, but when you move out on the map, it changes it to the Desolation of Nagash. Oh, and Karak Azul is the capital. We could definitely consider getting those, but we want to unite this region first so that we can get an edict issued and benefit everyone that lives within our borders. I think with the introduction of ourselves in the wars here, with the border princes, with the Golden Order have taken Matorka, and with Karazakarak, I think we have now got so many enemies against Grimgor that he has no choice but to die. A slow and painful death it will be, and greatly appreciated. Ah, that's just started to like us. Oh, fantastic news. Well done, everyone. It's not going to grow for years, but they like us, and that's a start. Take a couple more of them, and then let's chuck in some quarrelers. All day, every day, quarrelling away. Yes, please. So in 2 turns, he'll have a reasonable army. And then, to be honest, our nearest enemy, actually, is again Grimgor. We can move out. We've got no threat from the south or west anymore. And we just need to jump across and support and start taking these places down as well. Akendorf. Karagdroma has fallen to Karazakrak as well. I think the undead are getting squished. Although I wouldn't say no to Karak joining us. Oh, come on, guys. Oh, bugger, what did I just say yes to? Oh, no. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Never double click. No. We've accidentally entered a war against the undead. Well, we needed to let them know that that was our intent at some point, I suppose. Right, well, now you have a task. Our lands are safe, Ulrich Zufbaden, so you will head out against the undead. And see what we can do. Whilst Belegar moves to secure our holdings in the 8 Peaks. Our northern border is nice and protected, which is always nice to see. So if we can just mop up these few green-skinned settlements, but then that'll probably open the doors to the Skaven, I have no doubt. Skaven are everywhere, waiting in every crack and cranny to jump upon thee and cut you down in the shadows and in the alleyways of every region and every bloody mountain pass. It doesn't matter where you go, the Skaven are there, always waiting. And the Skaven, rather unfortunately, whilst the dwarves absolutely schooled the greenskins, and left, right, and centre we beat greenskins for days. They just cannot hope to beat us. The Skaven, on the other hand, are a totally different story, and they can hope to beat us, and they are quite good at it. So even though you would think we would absolutely smash Skaven, it's just not the case. Obviously, we can smash anybody that we wish to put our mind to, because we are very powerful in battle. But the Skaven are a problem. Let's get some siege, and I'll take another one of those on the next turn as well. But I think we're soon to be at the point where we're going to run out of income. But a little bit of I knew this was going to happen, sadly, after the fall of 8 peaks. We would then just spend a little bit of time using the money we now have, regrouping, deciding where we're going to go. So the episode has had only a single battle. I could have fought the second one, but when the auto-resolve is hugely in your favour, one should always just auto-resolve. Oh, it's Wurzag, the Great Green Prophet. And he's capitalising on our moving on his own region and hitting the lies, sorry. Which he has taken. Not surprisingly. This is the problem with only having a single army. No matter where we go here, we will lose the regions that we are coming from. It's a nightmare. It's going to be a little bit of a cat and mouse game until we can just get them shut down. Oh, we got ancestral tombs. An additional untainted for Venerate the Ancestors. Fantastic. Our anti-corruption here now is very high, which is good. Should slow down their advance. Now, I'm not worried about Wurzag taking 8 peaks. 8 peaks has a ridiculous garrison. So we shall use this opportunity. Leadership aura size can improve.
Very well, I will do as you ask.
Oh, no. I want the whole army, sorry. There we are. Ridiculous victory. Only 57 dwarves died. And if we sack it, they'll hit. Well, they're already about to rebel against us anyway, so solid. Let's sack the bastards. Oh, look, there they are, just over there as well. They've got all of that. They've got basically everything.
Yes.
We'll occupy that. What to do with you now? Research rate, ambush defense, attrition. Oh yeah, go on, let's do the attrition. Slowly improving everything we can. Now we should be able to hold Crooked Fang Fort a little bit easier than we were able to hold Valia's Sorrow. Although did we just lose our barracks? Ah no, the gunsmith is over there. I think we did lose our barracks. We're never going to be able to police all of this, but Kuraz... Ah, yes, as hoped. That's my main aim, to avoid this annoying back and forth that we are inevitably going to come across now. I was really rather hoping that our mere presence in this area will weaken Grimgor's resolve enough and separate and spread out his armies to such an extent that he has no choice but to essentially die. Because he just cannot... Ah, we're going to lose money if I do that. He can't be in everywhere at once, so I'm hoping that all of these armies coming to meet him will be enough to spread his forces thin and wide, and we can then poke at him. From afar with a stick. But will Wurzag move on Karakate Peaks, or will he accept his defeat? Ah, he came back for Crooked Fang Fort. Fantastic! Yes, our ploy has worked. Pulled him away from his vantage point. Now, can we reach him in one go and then end this episode with a cracking defeat of Wurzag, the Great Green Prophet?
To battle.
Oh, the Wargrave of Woe has been destroyed. And a grudge has been issued against Wurzag. I completely agree. Oh, and a grudge has been issued against Orion. Ah, that's because we still really need to get them on side. Oh, it's because Orion is attacking us. Revenge incarnate. King Lon stands ready. Lun... Oh, you can give you more hit points, charge bonus, speed, charge bonus. Hit points, please. You need to be the best that you can be as we take on Wurzag. Let's finish with some Empire management before we do that, mate. Oh, yeah, upgrade that. No reason not to. And back over here, where is Orion? Oh, there he is.
I will not. Your words and heart are hollow. My hounds will gorge themselves upon your flesh.
Take everything I have.
I will not obey.
Why do you hate me? Why? I'm the only nation that you're at war with. What on earth is that about? I haven't done anything. Leave me be. Ah, there we are. We're losing money, as expected. You're the rune fellow, aren't you? can't really do anything with you. Sod it. Improve that, and we'll improve that when we can as well. You can now be... We can try and get you up into assassination. Well, the army might as well move out. We're not going to be training any more forces.
How dare you?
I don't know if we're even going to be able to beat him, but we've got to make a move for it, haven't we? We'll link up with them. Right. But now we can turn our attention to Wurzag and take back Vali's sorrow. Oh, Wurzag. Oh dear, it's not even worth fighting. But we've got some new units to check out, so let's go in and have a look. Now, the key thing to note here, as with any Total War game before, is that guns do not have a firing arc. They fire in a straight line and a straight line only. So, whilst having Thunderers in the army gives us more punching power and makes our ranged units far more deadly, they are now less... what would be the word that I would use? They are more restricted in how they work. And of course we attack them, so despite the fact we have this absolute gift of a hill, we can't use it because we have to attack them behind this ridiculous hill, which they are going to run to the top of, I should imagine. Let us set up as though our enemy is going to come to us, because we probably have ranged advantage here. Right, so this is a first point where I can display what I mean. The cannons definitely need to be as high as possible so that they can shoot over our forces. The grudge throwers, by comparison, it doesn't matter as much because they fire up and high. They don't fire sort of straight out. So the cannons need to be the ones that are down on the slopes. But it doesn't really matter where we put them. We might not even be up on this hill, as I say. Thunderers, nice straight line. Quarrelers, you can go a little lower. And then we can set up our melee line. As I say, entirely on the assumption that the enemy's going to come for us. They might not, and this might all be for nothing, but I expect that they will. We've only got 2 people to keep them busy out there now. Right, what are you going to do? They are moving towards us by the looks of it. Aren't they almost an entirely melee army? It's one of their pretty weak and pathetic armies, if memory serves. Right, what have we over here? Snotling pump wagons. Not in range yet, but they will be soon. Soon, the death and destruction will be unleashed. We have 500 less troops than them, give or take. The cannons fire. Boom, 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 and one wagon goes down immediately. That's not what you want to see, is it? That is not a good Sunday morning viewing. Yes, you're right to flee with your tails between your legs. Off you trot. Fare thee well. Thank you for coming. Is there anyone else? Who else comes? There he is. Wurzag atop his great green pig, standing ready to call down magics upon us. People like Wurzag. People like greenskins. I don't understand why. These people are misguided and foolish. The greenskins are good for a single thing, and that is to die. Target practice, if you will. Beyond that, they serve little to no purpose. They will die like the dogs they are. We need to shut Wurzag down and get him taken out of the game. What's the range on the Thunderers? Oh, not good, not good, not good, not good, not good. Move the Thunderers further forward. Swap positions. Bring the gunmen out. There they are. Thunderers of the Dwarves, looking fan-bloody-tastic. Cool little guns, nice and simple. Fantasy design. Our enemy stands before us. They seek to break our resolve and crush our will. We are the Dwarfs. And this horde of greenskins is little more than a gnat to be swatted in the great campaign of reclamation. Belegar, stand your ground. Quarrelers firing away. Thunders have begun firing over the line. Oh, our dwarf warriors there have taken a bit of a pounding. Right, let's just slow her down. Thunderers, do you or do you not have access? No, you do not have him in range yet. No, continue on then. Pin him down. I know you're not really the best units to target, whereas I've mentioned before, but the cannons are a good target for... Oh, goodness gracious, the cannons are a dream against Wurzag. Did we keep the runesmith? No, we didn't, did we? Because the runesmith has a pinning in place. Wurzag's giving us grief. Come on, guys. Oh, that's nice to see. That is nice to see. Yes, down he goes. And it's over. Before we even know it, it's over. Boost yourselves, why not? Them a blast of dwarven fire. Turn a face. Get your shields up. Get your shields up. Get your shields up. Turn around. Turn around. They have a charge bonus against large, which means the Snotling Pump Wagons are that's a stupid matchup for the AI. The AI does it anyway because they are incapable of independent thought. Rather contrary to their name. Whilst artificial, they are certainly not intelligent. Raining hell down upon them. They think they're going to take Belegar down in the midst of all that. This dwarf, has reclaimed Carragate Peaks against all the odds. And here you stand, pathetic greenskins, believing that you will be the ones to kill him. Your greatest could not kill him. You do not stand a chance. There we are, this is over. Supremacy! How many did we lose? About 150? They lost their entire army. Kill what can be killed. Fire until you can fire no more. Now the cannons are not actually particularly good against single units like that. They are very good against large, they're very good against leaders if the leaders are standing still, and they're good against anything that's got a lot of armor, but they are not good against the masses and masses and hordes. But it's always handy having them along, as you saw what they did to Wurzag. They are like the ultimate snipers, really. And very good against large monsters. And with the rune that we've now been blessed with, that allows us to pin anything in place, the 2 cannons with that rune will take out almost any standalone threat. Although here I am banging on them about not being very good, they got almost the second highest kills. Highest kills went to Quarrelers at 126. Second, 137. Some Thunderers showing how it's done. Then 126 for the Quarrelers. Then 116 for the Catapult. And 113 for the cannon. One cannon showing that it's worthy of our love and affection. And we should probably give it a nickname. And the other cannon showing that it is useless and did nothing throughout the entire fight. And that's because that cannon faced forward. And you'll note they tried desperately to flank us. Desperately, but to no avail. Their army died. As it often does. Orcish armies are wont to do that. Oh, Wurzag, is that really as far away as you're running? Oh no, we already killed Wurzag, didn't we? Of course. This is the backup leader. We defeated Wurzag, which gives us a physical resistance of 10%. Oh, we didn't add that fellow to our army, did we? Let's keep improving you with that. Drama, Hammerfist. Relentless, what the hell, and then we've got you, who we can still make a scarred veteran. And then now what we want to do is add anything that we've just received to this fellow over here.
Let us begin.
You can take Master Rune of Stromney Redbeard, 5 melee attack, leadership, income from all buildings. Say no to that. No, we don't really want Grudge Keeper. You're not going to really fight against Greenskins. Oh, you might in time, I suppose. Oh, Public Order and Untainted. Might as well just give him all these income things. He's going to be standing still a lot, and we might not actually get the benefit of many of them, but it can't hurt, can it? I'm not bothered about hero recruitment. Chuck in the Greenskin one, why not? You can have a Potion of Healing. You can have Armour of Silvered Steel, which is just 1. And 22% damage resistance. Seat of Rebirth restores 4 hit points per second. Oh yeah, go on. Nice. And there we have it. Let us end the turn. see what the wood elves do. Hopefully they don't move and attack us. I don't think they'd be able to move and attack us, although they might. I've played as the wood elves a great deal. I'm aware of their capabilities. I'm aware of what they're about. And in order to beat them, we will need siege and a whole bloody heap of it. Don't you dare step in and take Valia's sorrow. Well, get this man out of here. Ah, bugger, he did attack me. And apparently he's got a giant reinforcing army that's come out of absolutely nowhere. Ah, but we managed to run away. Where the hell did that army come from? Crime and enemies. So whilst we're doing well in the east, we may well lose our starting region. That seems almost inevitable now. Can you get back home if I do that? Yes, you can.
It is time.
Your grudge has been settled. I rather thought they might disappear when we take 8 peaks, actually.
Ill considered.
Ugh, Jesus. Look how many lords and heroes they get.
Ask this of me.
Ridiculous. Zaltothios. Now we're doing over here. We cannot. Oh, bugger, he's going to beat us to it. He is going to beat us to it. We can't do anything. If you're in any of these stances, you can't do anything. Oh, no. No, bugger off. Please, bugger off. I want it. We can never get it back either. The only way we're going to get it is through Confederation now. Oh, that's so annoying. Why? Go and take Karak Azul. Bloody piss off. I hate him. An ally he professes to be. Such claims of folly. Lies. They seek only to build off of our successes. Claim lands that we have already freed.
Yes.
Now come at me, Wood Elves. You'll never take Karak Azul. We've got a ridiculous garrison. Everywhere here, apart from Buftar, has a pretty good garrison, actually. And Buftar's the one that they are most likely to hit, so that's a bit disappointing. And actually, now that I've said that out loud, that's very true. Zaraxil is no longer under any threat. Buftar is. So we should swap these two around. Doesn't matter when we do it, then neither of those buildings give us garrisons, and we'll get money. We've got the money to rebuild them, so... yeah, swap those around. Let's put the garrison in Buftar rather than Zaraxil. But there we go. I shall end the episode there. So the never-ending back and forth with the orcs has begun. But, as hoped, Karazakarak are getting involved and helping us on that eastern side. Oh, look, and so are the Skaven. So we are slowly moving. We can move south and take our boys out. We've also got a bit of support there that they've got to get through Morkheim in order to actually come at us. Which just funnels them a bit, should make it a touch easier. And once we've dealt with whatever Talsoon's plans are, ideally if we can peace out with them, that'd be great. Then we can come and hit them on the eastern side as well and sandwich them together. But now, unfortunately, we will have to face the fact that Karazakarak are going to steal Valia's sorrow from us. Which is downright annoying. Can't I set war targets? Yes, I can. If I try... there we are. Right, so we've set Karak Azul as a war target, which means that hopefully Karazakarak will now focus on it, and that might just about buy him sodding off to take Azul instead. One can only hope. But for now, thank you very much for watching, if indeed you have, and until we speak again, dear friends, nothing stands taller than the might of the dwarf. Nevair and the den, Pedimad Melonin, and farewell.